Hope. I'm Lieutenant Larry Carmichael, Social Services Officer of the Salvation Army here in Sacramento. And with me we have...
Happy Big Day of Giving. I'm Henry Wurz. I'm a volunteer board member on the advisory board for the Salvation Army, and I serve as treasurer.
Awesome. We're glad to have you, Henry. Henry is one of our great supporters. Now today, why are we out here? We're here for the 8th annual Big Day of Giving put on by the Sacramento Regional Community Foundation. And so if you want to support us, go to bigdaysac.org. It ends at midnight, so you have until 11:59, but don't make us wait till then. Go now to bigdaysac.org. And, of course, at the moment, you're probably watching us on the Salvation Army Northern California Facebook page. Go ahead and click like. Go ahead and turn on those alerts. Go ahead and share with friends and family members that you know would love us and love what we do. And this is our second of 6 segments. We're going to be doing a virtual tour across Sacramento and the impact the Salvation Army has. Henry, do you want to share kind of what our goal is and why potentially we're out here to raise that goal?
Well, our goal is to help the people in our community by raising $250,000. We unfortunately had to cancel our big fundraising event this year, our annual luncheon, and in order to replace that lost revenue and do good in the community with that money, we need your support. We need to raise $250,000. As you know, the pandemic has created a lot of demand for food, for shelter, and for other services, and we're here to provide that help. We need you to support us. Go online, go to bigday.org, sac.org. It's easy. I've done it. Take you a few minutes, and we'll thank you for it.
Yeah, and so far, as of just a few minutes ago, we've already hit 80,000 thanks to so many going on to bigdaysac.org. But it's not just them. We have some great sponsors. This segment itself is sponsored by who?
The Benito Foundation.
So big shout out and thanks to the Benito Foundation. Do you know much about them? Or?
I think they're a great organization, and we couldn't do this without them.
Exactly. So Henry, you're a member of our advisory board here in Sacramento. Why do you give so much of your time, energy, and effort?
I give my time and effort because we are an agent of change in this community. We're helping to make this community a better place to live. We don't just provide shelter and food. We provide programs that give people rehabilitation, that turn their lives around, and that allow them to return back as productive members of this community. Please support us. We're making a difference.
There you go. And part of that agent of change, part of that transforming lives is right here at the Salvation Army Center of Hope, where we're currently at. The Center of Hope is our emergency shelter. It's the starting point of those that are looking to rebuild their lives, coming from the streets and into their lives. But beyond this center, beyond that, we are in the midst of COVID-19. So here at the shelter, that means that we're doing an amazing amount of sanitization, using of masks, and making sure that our customer clients are safe. We're thrilled that so far we've had 0 cases of COVID-19 here. And beyond this site, we certainly have what's happening with COVID-19. Through our family services, we've served over 42,000 people already that have come saying we need help with food, rent, assistance, utilities, etc. In the month of April, that was a 1,100% increase from the previous year. So that's 10,000 plus families impacted, 42,000. So the need is great, and we need you to help us fulfill that need by going to bigdaysac.org. Remember, it goes till midnight, but jump on now and give. Since we're here at the Center of Hope, but we can't go inside because of our clients' privacy and what have you, we're going to go ahead and show you a video from our shelter director, Christina Kitchen. She supervises this program for us. It's a great program. Go ahead and enjoy this video.
Hello, my name is Christina Kitchen. I am the shelter supervisor for the Salvation Army Center of Hope. So let's go in and I'll give you a quick tour of our facility. So we are checking temperatures and symptoms at the door to make sure that nobody may have a fever or cough. If they have a cough and aren't experiencing fever, we'll offer them masks. We offer gloves at the front desk also. Thank you, Bobby. We house 40 veterans We have 6 female beds, and we also have 32 ICP beds, which is interim care program beds. Outside of COVID-19, we do have a culinary program that's 16 weeks long that is done here at this facility in our kitchen. We do have a state-of-the-art full kitchen in here. We do normally have clients that help out in the kitchen, but due to COVID-19, we've asked that that not happen. Over here is the ICP dorm. We're gonna make a quick walk in there. Ladies in the dorm, you always announce whenever you're going into a dorm that's occupied with men that we're coming in. So as you see, they're very separated in here. So this is all the ICP clients that reside in this dorm. This is where all of the ICP clients will meet with their nurses. This is the ladies' room. We only have 6 bunks. Right now there's only 2 ladies in this room, 4 in the other room. The other room is exactly like this. So this is the men's area. Lady in the dorm, gentlemen. So they have their TV. We provide coffee and drink back here for them so that they're not having to walk through the facility as much. For social distancing back here, as you can see, it's pretty open. They have a very wide open space back here. We are encouraging them to sleep head to foot for their own safety. As of Wednesday, we found out we have absolutely nobody here positive for COVID-19, which is wonderful. Some really great case managers that work with them. They meet with their clients every week, once a week, to discuss, how can we help you to become self-sufficient? Is it credit that we need to help, work on? Is it working on paying off a eviction? Is it something in your legal background? Any of that stuff, the case managers will work individually with the clients to help them kind of work on that while they're here and then be able to move into housing shortly thereafter. Our success rate is very high. We do get a lot of our clientele into permanent housing, which is amazing.
Well, welcome back from our virtual tour of the Center of Hope. The Center of Hope, it's an amazing facility, but I'm Lieutenant Larry, Salvation Army Officer for Social Services here in Sacramento, and this is
Henry Wurz, and I'm wishing you a happy big day of giving. I'm a volunteer on the board of directors and serve as treasurer. What a great day to be out raising money for a great cause.
Absolutely. So you just got a virtual tour of the Center of Hope. Just a couple stats for where your money is going when you go to bigdaysac.org. That money, $35 per night, feeds and shelters and gives case management to anyone that enters our doors. This is a 100-bed facility, so it takes a good amount of money every night to run it, but $35 per person. And our success rate here is 65% of all those that enter our doors exit with permanent housing. So part of that is the fact that the Salvation Army is here to give back, here to support our community. And we thank the partnership of Sac Regional Community Foundation in our 8th annual Big Day of Giving. If you yourself want to give, able to give, go to bigdaysac.org. And of course, you're watching us on our Northern California Facebook page. So go ahead and give it a like if you haven't. Follow us, turn on those alarms so that you don't miss a segment, and join us as we continue on in our virtual tour. This segment sponsored by Benito Foundation. And Henry, do you want to share some of the great notable donors that we also have sponsoring this today?
Yes, we have a long list of donors. Let me recognize Jim Lee, who's also a volunteer board member, Runyon Salzman, and their volunteer board member is Chris Holben on our board, Bruce Mosley, another volunteer board member. Wonderful to have all of them help us with this big day of giving.
Yeah, something about Runsman Saltzman is that they've donated a lot of professional time with us. All the aerial shots that you're enjoying throughout the live segment was done by them as a donation of the Salvation Army. And Henry, as you mentioned, of just those 3 donors, they also give of their time, their talents, and certainly their money to help us hit that goal of $250,000. $250,000 so that we can continue on with here at the Center of Hope and the rest of the tours. And thanks to you guys, we are already at 80,000. We need you to push us on to that goal by going to bigdaysac.org before midnight, like right now is great. And if you get there and you're like, you know what, I feel good about myself, I'm going to go ahead and start a goal for myself and help us hit our goal. So go to bigdaysac.org. Join us for our 6th Facebook Live on the Salvation Army Northern California we're told that we have some questions that have come in through the feed, so we're going to invite Jenny Barkus over. She's a donor relations director and also part of our national echelon. So Jenny, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit of what echelon is.
Well, Echelon are mobilize the next generation, so we focus on the children's programs within Sacramento. We're actually nationwide, though, so I sit on the national board for Salvation Army. However, I'm also on the local board for Sacramento. So go ahead and follow us at
Mic difficulties, but we'll get it done.
We have a microphone for Jenny now?
All right.
All right.
Okay, we've
Start
taken care of the mic issue. Jenny, go ahead and start from the top.
All
Who are you and
right.
what are you up to?
Well, Echelon is a young professionals board for the Salvation Army. We are not only locally, but we are nationally as well. So if you want to go ahead and follow us at sac.echelon for the local board, we'd love to have you come and join us. We can answer any questions you have, but right now I have a ton of questions for you guys.
Oh my, okay. Well,
So
we're here to help.
how will this money be spent that we are raising?
So all the money raised through the big day, big day of giving, will stay local. You know, the Salvation Army, yes, we're an international organization, but we're committed that money raised local stays local.
Okay.
So when a Sacramentoan gives, it will stay here in Sacramento to make sure that all of our programs continue to operate and function. So it stays local. It's going into our programs to impact and change lives.
So with the money raised, how will the Salvation Army be helping with months to come?
Well, in months to come, we will certainly continue to be called upon to help with food, making sure that people have enough food for themselves and their families. But then we also expect that people are going to need help with paying their rent, bringing their utility bill current, et cetera. So the money is definitely going to go there. And then it's also going to continue to help transform lives here at the Center of Hope. It's going to help families stay housed or become housed through our E. Claire Rayleigh Transitional Living Center. So it's transforming lives here in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And
Henry, how can people help?
Well, everyone can help. As we've said before, we certainly look forward to your big day of giving donation, but you can also donate your time. Let us know what your skills are, and we'll put you to work in the community, helping at our shelters, distributing food, and doing all of the important things that we do. We have done over 8,000 counseling sessions during this period of time. This is not just a pandemic. It is a crisis where people's mental health is at risk and they need counseling, and we're providing it.
Yeah, Salvation Army, we serve all without discrimination. And we're known for how we help the least of these, but we help everyone. Within our food pantry, we're seeing people, 65% of those that we see coming through have never accessed food in Sacramento County before. And those calling our prayer line and our mental health line, they're receiving some pastoral care, some emotional and spiritual care. They may be able to financially take care of themselves, but everyone needs a listening voice and a shoulder to kind of support on, a virtual shoulder at this time. So we're here to help. We're here to continue on. And that's only made possible by your donations, your generosity at bigdaysac.org. Give by the end of midnight tonight. Our goal, $250,000. We've already brought in $80,000. And before we sign off from this, just remember, go ahead and give us a like on the Salvation Army Northern California Facebook page. Like us, follow us, share it with friends.
And ask questions. We're here
Ask
all day
questions.
to answer your questions.
Ask questions. Our next segment is going to be at the Next Step Transitional Living Center, and that will feature Major Ivan Wild, our divisional commander, and a local celebrity, Kitty O'Neill, who also is a phenomenal supporter of the Salvation Army.